Did I get you? No? Alright. Anyway. Bam! What's going on, y'all? Joseph Morrison, aka Joe Locs, coming to you with another video. This is a lock channel, and what I do here is I discuss lock content. So if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, share the video, send it to a friend who might be interested in what we're going to talk about today, which is an A.C.V. rinse, or any other lock content. I got a lot of lock content on my channel. Go check it out, tons of stuff. If you have a question about something, I've probably made a video about it, and if I haven't, leave it in the comments and let me know. What do you want to see? You tell me. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the A.C.V. rinse. Okay, now you're wondering what that is. That is an apple cider vinegar rinse, and basically it's kind of self-explanatory. You're basically rinsing through your locks, giving your locks a nice deep clean by using the fundamental property, which is apple cider vinegar. And I'll get into a little bit of why that stuff is important. We're gonna get into the process of it. I was actually able to capture some footage today at my Loctician's shop, which is going to be super dope. You're going to get to meet her a little bit and kind of see how she does her thing in my hair and in my locks. We did a little bit of a lock style, which I'm going to give you a full look at as well. A lot of stuff to cover, y'all. Stay tuned. I'm going to try and be quick and concise. Lots of info, lots of stuff going on. So yeah, let's just jump right into that footage. I'm going to show you guys the day that I spent at my Loctician's getting my hair done. Yeah, my hair feels mad clean. I just got to put that out there. Like the A.C.V. rinse, we gonna get to all that. We're gonna talk about all that. Go check it out. Go, get out of here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So that's with the apple cider vinegar. A little bit, and just and the baking soda. So there is activated.
So it basically absorbs and takes out whatever is not supposed to be in there, like lint or buildup.
Dirt.
Gotcha.
It brings the dirt up to the surface.
Okay.
So I leave it on for a few minutes.
Okay.
So that it can soak. A lemon. Where you get your slits. Now, the people that have longer locks usually, make the bath and put the soaking locks in it, but your locks are short, right? So I want to make sure I get it right on your locks.
Gotcha.
Right?
Because I've seen that before with the little bathtub thing.
The bath thing, but it makes no sense for me to do all of that and just sit there. So now, I'm going to leave you. Let it sit for a few minutes.
All right.
Right.
Sounds good.
I'm using Bragg's vinegar.
Okay.
So what I've done before rinsing it out also, I added some shampoo to your hair.
Okay.
So that most people would do the shampoo after, but I like to put the shampoo in after it's sat a little bit.
Gotcha.
And that's the first wash. So if you look, see how brown that is? Right? So you'll see some of the brown stuff coming out.
Typically, would I be feeling like not a burning, but
not burning at all. A lot of people think that because it's apple cider vinegar and the lemon would make it really raw, but it doesn't. It's still very sensitive to the scalp, right? It's not something that you do every wash.
Right.
It's like I mentioned before. It's once a year or twice a year that you really need to do this.
Gotcha.
But just looking at the water right now, you can see it's dark, but it's not as bad.
Okay.
Alright, so then now, look through it. Now usually I look on the, right along the shaft. Okay. And your shaft is good, because some people have buildup right around here. And we've basically gotten that out. So you have no buildup on Any of your locks. Right, as you see right here. This one, a little build up. So, that's what you would do. Just work it out of the locks. But majority of your locks are pretty good. There's only a couple of them that has some build up. So one more sit through, and then we're good. Okay. Some vinegar.
It actually feels kind of nice.
Right?
It's kind of soothing.
Very soothing. Alright, so now you sit for another few minutes and then we'll do the last inside and wash out.
Alright, sounds good. So yeah, I'm over
Last wash. Remember, there's no soap in your hair now. You see, look, it's still burning.
Okay.
Shampoo. It should lighten up a little bit.
Okay. So just a regular wash now?
Regular wash. You already seen it. There's no brown in the shampoo.
All right, there you go. You know, it's kind of in the raw, and I just wanted to make sure I got some footage for you guys, just so you guys can understand kind of what the process looks like. You can kind of see how it's done on the hair, and you also get to see how much dirt is actually in your hair. And I'm somebody that prides myself on, I take care of my hair pretty well. I'm on top of it. I've been on top of it my whole lock journey. I would even say that I overdo it sometimes with the care that I take for my hair. So as far as cleanliness is concerned, my hair is very clean. But that's why an A.C.V rinse is important. And as far as the A.C.V rinse goes, let's break it down a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about it since, you know, it's kind of hard to hear it in the previous footage and whatnot. But basically, what an apple cider vinegar rinse is, it's a deep cleaning for your scalp and for your locks, basically. Obviously, we wash our hair whenever you wash your hair, whether it's every 2 weeks or a month or whatever the case may be, and that's great. But we're not getting that deep clean that the properties of an apple cider vinegar rinse are gonna give us, right? Some of the benefits include clarifying your locks. So basically just that like deep clean and cleanse of your locks. And you know, as you have locks over time, even when you're washing your hair often as often as you do, you're still gonna have certain oil buildups or buildup inside the lock, like deep inside the lock and things of that nature. So A.C.V rinse gets in there, gets real deep, and really helps to clean out all of that stuff. It also helps to balance the pH level of your scalp. So for those that don't know what pH level is, it's basically, it's almost like a tipping scale, right? And you want to stay balanced, because the more balanced you can be, the better off your body can thrive and do the things that it wants to do. So if our pH level is too high, it's going to be a little too acidic, right? So now if the environment in your scalp is a little too acidic, it's going to be hard for nutrients to get to where they need to get to. It's going to be hard for your hair to grow properly. You're going to probably experience a little bit more breakage because your scalp is a little bit more acidic. Or if we don't have a good pH the other way, it's going to be a little bit more basic, right? Which is the name for it. I'm not saying like the slang term, like you basic, like that's not what we're doing. But point being is you want to have a good balanced pH, and as time goes on and buildup occurs and it gets deep in the locks, a lot of those things can get into the scalp, which can affect the pH level of your scalp, and that can affect how your locks grow. That can affect how strong your locks are going to be when they grow, right? All of those things are going to affect it. So that A.C.V rinse is going to get nice and deep and be able to maintain the pH balance of your scalp as well. It's also going to help to reduce color fading. Like naturally, as your hair, grows and gets longer, and if you're not getting that deep cleaning in, your hair can start to get a little just discolored. And actually, last time I went to my loctician, she kind of mentioned that my hair was getting a little, almost like a little gray. Now, not literally like, she wasn't like, whoa, your hair is like storm gray. But it was just, she could tell, right? Obviously, she's good at what she does, and she can tell that my hair was just needing an A.C.V, and so a nice deep clean to help to maintain that real rich color. Similar to if you're somebody who has color in your locks already, that A.C.V rinse is going to help to kind of maintain the health of your hair so that you can maintain your color, right? So it basically, it's just a deep cleanse for your locks, for your scalp. It kind of strips everything out. It's almost like if you were doing a nutritional detox, right? All right, for your body, where you're going on some kind of cleanse and you're really cleansing out your gut. You're really kind of making everything nice and clean so you can have a nice platform to start off of, and then you would like start your nutrition journey or something. An A.C.V rinse is very similar, but for your hair and scalp. Pretty much, right? That's the most basic way I can kind of break it down for you guys. As far as how often you want to do it, for starter lockers, let's say you just started your locking journey, like yesterday, for example, give yourself about 1.5 years. You want to make sure your locking process is good. You want to definitely be underway in that regard. And realistically, for anybody who isn't a starter locker, maybe you've had locks for whatever, 5 years, pretty much the good rule of thumb is once a year. If you do an A.C.V rinse once a year, your scalp and your hair are going to thank you. You don't want to do it too often, right? Because a deep clean like that is gonna then become a little bit too invasive for your scalp. Then you're constantly stripping your scalp and your hair even of natural oils that your body's gonna produce, and that's gonna benefit your locking journey. So you don't want to do it too often. Once a year is good. Then obviously throughout that year, you're doing your washing, you're doing all your regular routines with your oils and things of that nature, wrapping your hair up at night or when you're around the house or when you're in situations where you might be sustaining a little bit more buildup, right? Still protecting the hair. But once a year is a good rule of thumb as far as when you should get your A.C.V rinsing done. And as far as the process goes, I mean, you guys kind of saw how it was done, but basically what my loctician did was she used 2 things. She used the apple cider vinegar, 3 things actually. Apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and she used the normal shampoo that she would use that smells fire, by the way, in my hair. So she pretty much went in with the baking soda first. And what the baking soda is going to do is it's going to help to kind of pull all that buildup out of the hair. It's going to strip all the odors out of your hair. And that's one thing y'all don't think about. As you're living your life with your locks, like you're going to get odors in your hair. You're cooking, you might be in different environments with different smells, and like a lot of that stuff actually gets trapped in your locks and can cause the locks to smell weird over time. And yes, you wash your hair, but still, there's a lot of that stuff that kind of gets trapped deep into the lock. So baking soda in this case is going to help to strip all that out, kind of pull it to the surface. And then she went in on top with the A.C.V or the apple cider vinegar, as you guys saw. And that's going to help to clarify, do all the healthy properties that I just mentioned earlier. And you only leave it in for a few minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, give or take. So she went in and did this process to my hair twice and, kind of let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, a few minutes here and there. And the one thing with that, guys, is if you're doing your own apple cider vinegar rinse, or if you're having a loctician do it for you, you don't want that apple cider vinegar to sit in your hair for way too long. Like you don't want to be sitting there for like 1.5 hours. And the reason for that is because it is, apple cider vinegar is a little bit more of an acidic compound, and that's gonna start to potentially be damaging your locks. So she did it for about 5 to 10 minutes, let it sit, repeated the process, let it sit again, and that was just to make sure she got everything out of my hair, everything out of my scalp, and made sure it was super, super clean. And then she followed that up with her shampoo process, what she does. And she shampooed through my hair 3 to 4 times. And that process after the A.C.V. is done is to help to fortify the hair, is to help to kind of begin to put healthy properties back into the hair right after doing an A.C.V. rinse. And that's one thing to consider also is after you're done your A.C.V. rinse, it does strip the hair of everything, right? It's a cleanse for your hair and your scalp. So you want to be putting healthy properties back into your hair and scalp. So it's not like dry once you go throughout your day. You want to be putting those healthy oils, healthy nutrients back into your scalp and locks. And that's going to kind of give you that good start right out of the chair, right? So after doing my shampooing, she made that happen, dried my hair off, and then she went in to do this dope style. And this time she just went in with the barrel twist. I love a barrel twist. Like, the barrel twist is fire. And what I like the most about it is it keeps your hair out of your head. Or sorry.
What?
It keeps your hair out of your face. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do too much. It's super, super low maintenance. It's super, super dope. And then my barber went in and gave me a nice fresh cut. And luckily, they're all in the same place. Let me tell you guys, like, honestly, my loctician is the best. I'm telling you. Michelle, you are amazing at what you do. I appreciate the work that you do. And for anybody out there, if you're in the Toronto area, the GTA area, you have to go to her. That's just, there's no other, like, if you're in the GTA area and you don't have a loctician, go to her. She's a loctician. She knows what she's talking about. She's had locks for years. She's super smart when it comes to locks and everything, and I'm pretty good at studying and doing my thing, and she's always schooling me on new things that I need to know. And a lot of times she'll tell me things that, and this is what I love about locticians, especially Michelle, she tells me things that I can chill out about. Like, I'm somebody who's like, oh, but what about this? What about that? I read that you should do this. And she'll be like, no, that's not, don't worry about that. You know what I mean? So she really helps to ground me in that way as well. And not to mention her husband's there too, and he cuts hair. Like, it's a dope barbershop. You guys should go check it out. Colors Inc. I'll list all the information somewhere here, and I'll put it in the description as well. If you are looking for a good, knowledgeable loctician or barber, yeah, they'll hook it up. But yeah, no, she gave me this dope style, which I love. Look how intricate. Look how intricate this is. It's like, it's super dope. It's super dope. I love it. So anyway, yeah, so once she washed my hair, put those healthy properties back into my scalp, we did this locking style. We'll keep it in for about a week or two, and that'll be it, you know? So honestly, folks, the A.C.V. rinse is great. It's great to do once a year. The one thing I will say about the process also is when you're getting it done, it feels fine. It doesn't like burn or anything like that. It feels actually pretty clarifying. Like, you feel that sense of like, ooh, like it's nice, and you just feel like your scalp is clean. You can really feel, even when she was shampooing my hair after, I don't know, I just felt like it was a different sensation. It felt like my scalp was just clear, and you know, my scalp is always pretty clean, but it was a different kind of cleanse that just felt good. So I would definitely recommend going in, getting an A.C.V. rinse done once a year, and yeah, move on a happy camper. Anyway, yeah, just want to stop by, show you guys the process of that A.C.V. rinse. I know, still got to give you all that 2-year lock update video. You want to know what the truth is? I keep doing these lock styles, and I keep saying that when I make the video, I want my hair to be down, but then I'll put my hair up, so I can't show you the length, which you want to see for a locking update. So then I got to postpone the video. Anyway, don't worry. It'll come when it comes. But in the meantime, if you haven't done it yet, and you have been locked for over a year, go get you an A.C.V. rinse. And if you don't have a spot in the GTA, you have to go to Colors. They're dope. They do all kinds of events. They're just super dope. Great vibes in the shop. Like, yeah, I'll go down there and I'll get my hair done, and I make sure I have nothing else on my schedule that day, just so we can hang, kick it, chop it up, we talk. It's great. It's a great experience, honestly. I would recommend it to anybody. So yeah, that's the video for me today. Definitely feel free to share this video with somebody who might have some dirty locks, and you want to kind of give them a little hint like, yo, your hair is kind of dirty, you need to go get it clean. Or someone that just wants to kind of understand better ways to take care of their hair, their scalp, and their locking journey. But that's it for me today, y'all. Subscribe, helps your boy out. But other than that, I'm out of here, all right? Kojo Locs, signing out. Peace and love, y'all.